This week,
McHenry makes wishes come true.
band plays their hearts out.
A senior swimmer dives into her last home match.
We prep for the PSATs.
Leadership in action makes the freshmen feel right at home.
And the Warriors defeat Burlington Central in their last game of the season.
All of that and more
on the Warrior Weekly.
Good morning, Warriors, and welcome to this week's edition of the Warrior Weekly, presented by Warrior Student Media. I'm Alyssa Thomas.
And I'm Mike Spock. Today we celebrate senior night for both football and swim. We had a freshman campus with leadership in action, and band gems out at their fall concert.
But first, Make-A-Wish surprises 5-year-old Mikey with a trip to Disney World.
Last Saturday, WSM attended a special Make-A-Wish reveal for 5-year-old Mikey Hollingsworth. Make-A-Wish is a foundation that grants life-changing wishes for children with a critical illness. Make-A-Wish Illinois put together this memorable reveal and surprised Mikey with a trip to Disney World.
It took about 2 weeks to plan everything, just getting everyone to collaborate. The school was amazing with getting the high school involved and then just touching base with fire department, police department. The community itself has just been amazing. So this is our way of giving back and just making sure all these other children receive what we did on our trip.
Along with his Disney World trip and celebration, Mikey was surprised with a ride in a fire truck, ambulance, and a helicopter. Tom Bradkey, a LifeNet medic, expresses how supporting this cause gives LifeNet the opportunity to be an important part of the community.
This is absolutely fantastic. Part of the process of what we do as an organization with Air Methods Corporation is that we are here for the community. We want to be a part of the community. We want to do everything we possibly can to help the community in any way we possibly can, not only from flying patients, but being here in these types of events to show our support for the community that we're in.
People from all ends of the McHenry community showed up in support of Mikey, even your very own MCHS students and athletes.
I just feel like it's so important because there's so many people out there who don't get the kind of support that they need and don't get the support that they wish they had. And just having a community to turn around and support them is just really important because they might need that. And just, you never know how it impacts them.
It was kind of like heartwarming because it was like humanity coming together just to do something to make this little boy happy.
Thank you to the McHenry community, students, and Make-A-Wish for supporting Mikey and making his day so special. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Rayan Ahmed, April Hanneman, and Kira Henry.
Thank you for everyone who came out and supported Mikey and his family.
Next, this past Tuesday, the band had their annual fall concert.
On Tuesday, October 18th, the sounds of various instruments filled the Upper Campus Auditorium at the annual Fall Band Concert. The freshman, symphonic, and wind ensemble bands showcased their hard work and preparation at their first concert of the year.
This is the first concert of basically the full new era of McHenry Band program with me being here. This is the first beginning of the year concert, getting the year started off on the right foot, getting to show off everybody how things have changed from before, how things are still the same with the expectations and the quality of product that we're able to put out there. And yeah, just being able to start off the year with a bang.
To start off the year strong, members of all the bands have been consistently practicing their music for this highly anticipated concert.
The band practices pretty much daily and rudimentally goes through this music pretty much every day as much as possible.
While all the bands have participated in fall concerts in years past, there were many moments during this year's concert that made it special for many of the band members, such as Brooke Kraft, who explains what made this concert so special for them.
I picked up a new instrument this semester, so I got to play in 2 bands, both symphonic and wind ensemble. It's also my first year in wind ensemble, which is pretty cool, we'll be honest.
With the fall band concert in the books, Cabildo reflects on the support he and the band have received and looks towards the future of the band program.
Overall, it's been great. The community, the students, family, the staff have all been super welcoming and super supportive of everything that we've been trying to do here. And overall, I'm very optimistic.
The fall band concert set a high bar for each of the bands, which allows students and staff to have a positive outlook on what's to come for the future band concerts this year. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Ellie Matrashik, Maggie Matrashik, and Alyssa Thomas.
Volleyball is hosting our regionals tonight at the freshman campus. Catch the Warriors in their first game of the playoffs tonight at 7.
Next, we dive into the pool with senior Andrea Avila.
This past Thursday, swim team celebrated senior Andrea Avila at the swim team senior night. We sit down with her and get the inside scoop on all things swim. Okay, are you sad that this is your last year?
It's like bittersweet because I'm excited that I'm like finally graduating, but I'm also like sad that I'm like leaving everybody. So,
how long have you been doing swim?
10 years.
That's a lot. That's crazy. Yeah. How was senior night?
It was really fun. I felt really special and loved and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Who came?
My parents came, and then everyone like from the swim team, brought their support, and they like gave me hugs and like gifts, and it was really sweet. So they surprised me, and they like decorated the entire pool area, and then I had this like moment where like I had to stand up on top of the blocks, and they gave me flowers and like gifts, and then my coaches like gave me hugs, and they started crying a bit, so that was kind of emotional, but it was really sweet.
Okay, so what does your typical like day look like? Like when you come to school, like how does your day play out?
Okay, so I usually come in the building with like 2 bags, one for school, one for swim, have to walk up the stairs, very hard. After that, I'm usually mentally exhausted, so going into the pool, I'm like able to like let go of everything and de-stress, especially like talking to people and like just focusing on swimming instead of just school.
Do you feel like swimming is a way for you to like decompress and really like calm down?
Yeah, because like for the most part, you're like by yourself, like in your mind. So you're able to like, I don't know, like think about things, try to like de-stress, and it's really relaxing after a while.
What's your favorite part about swim?
Probably the meets and tournaments. I like being very competitive and like just like doing my best.
That's awesome. So what does a typical meet look like?
So basically it takes about like an hour and a half to 2 hours. There's 22 events, and it's just like you versus the other people from the team, and then also your teammates. So you usually try to get 1, 2, and 3, placement wise. Yeah. And that usually happens. Sometimes it doesn't, but try your best.
Cool,
so.
Awesome. Are you excited for the upcoming like conference?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What are you looking forward to the most?
I love like the environment. Everyone's like cheering, everyone's proud of themselves. It's like really happy and festive.
If you want to support MCHS' swim team, the conference championship this year will be hosted at Woodstock North High School on October 29th at 1 p.m. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, we're Emberlyn Carlson, Grace Mueller, Lauren Curtin, and Lane Jemison. Have a great week, Warriors.
Today, the juniors are taking the PSAT. Warrior Student Media looks into how juniors pass their test and relieve their stress.
With the PSATs happening today, students should be preparing for these tests in various ways. With the available resources and changing significance of these tests, the PSATs are more important for college and career readiness.
Well, in theory, all of your education up until this point should have prepared you for the PSAT and the SAT.
Khan Academy is an invaluable resource for students looking to study for the PSAT tests. Students looking to prepare for the tests should visit the website.
However, for kids who want to boost their scores a little bit, all of the teachers in this building, particularly the core teachers, the math and the English teachers, have resources that you can ask for that you can use to help prepare you for the tests. They've got, old tests, old SAT, old PSAT. Everybody's got a bunch lying around somewhere. But beyond that, Khan Academy is a really good resource. That's KHAN Academy, where you can log in and they can use former PSAT scores to kind of help determine what areas you need to work on. So especially for juniors planning on taking the SAT in the spring, I really recommend going to Khan Academy and trying to do a little bit of practice before they are confronted with the test.
The PSAT is a really good practice for the actual SATs, and the SAT can always be retaken if you are not satisfied with your score.
So for the SAT, one of the best preparation for the SAT is ultimately the more you take it, the better you tend to do on it.
Overly stressing about the PSAT can cause test anxiety, which can cause poor performance. Being more prepared for these tests and preparing in general can help this.
I don't think stressing over them is a great idea because there is such a thing as test anxiety. So the more stressed you are, the less likely you are to perform well. However, I think one way you can be less stressed is by being prepared as much as you can for them.
Ultimately, the best thing you can do to prepare for a test is study. We wish you juniors good luck. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Lex Bach, Rachel Bleacher, and Neil Fritz.
Next, Leadership in Action head to the freshman campus to make the upcoming transition into high school easier.
Rad. Awesome. All right, I'm going to read my step one.
With the freshmen getting acclimated to a new designed high school experience, it is not easy for them to get used to this new environment. To combat this, seniors in Leadership in Action have stepped up this year to become mentors to the freshmen. Senior Reagan Duhamel talks about how she takes on teaching her freshmen effectively.
I use lots of patience, and also I put emphasis into each of my lessons that I try to teach them. Dr. P always talks about being a warrior, and I try to drill that into them a lot because personally it's very important to be a part of a community.
It is important for the AIM leaders to leave a positive impact and create a friendly environment for the students that they work with. Freshman Caden Barron explains how he enjoys having a senior leader in his AIM.
It's been a great time having him in here. We've had a lot of fun throughout everything we did. When the class gets kind of boring, he makes it fun.
Having a senior leader that is easy to connect with makes the freshmen's transition into high school much easier for them. Freshman Aiden Hirsch describes how his connection with his senior leader has affected him.
Senior leaders, it's a very fun time. It makes us freshmen feel very included with everything else. It just gives you something to look forward to throughout the week. So, yeah, because like they're just fun to talk to. Really, they're great people, and really it just gives you something to look forward to. So, yeah.
Having a group of impactful leaders to work with the freshmen has formed a strong connection between the student bodies at each campus. As the freshmen adjust to this new atmosphere, Leadership in Action will continue to help the underclassmen for years to come. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were TJ Hawes, Tyler Houston, Caden Bunting, and Jack Lulo.
Finally, seniors head into the field for their last Friday night lights of the season.
Down is pass complete, number 32, Caden West.
Last Friday, the McHenry Warrior football team played their last football game of the year. Friday night included many emotions as we watched our seniors close out their final season on the field. Coach Joel Beard gets sentimental, thinking about his seniors' exit from the team and how much they've grown.
It's a good group of student athletes that I like being around. They work hard, they take it very seriously, and I'd like to have more time with them. Unfortunately, I can't, but so I mean, I'm not ready for it to end. But it has to. We went through a lot in the first part of the season, playing some tough teams and all that. But then to see our team respond the second half of the season, we've won 3 out of the last 4 games, and we continue to compete. So I think that's probably one of the biggest things that I'll hold on to is just how resilient the group has been.
The McHenry football team has been through some tough games this year, but it didn't stop our players from making memories. Senior Zach Manis talks about one of his team's biggest moments this season.
Probably getting the first win. We definitely needed it. We started out the year 0-4, so that kind of got us going. So that was probably the biggest moment.
No matter how big the loss or the win, it's all about being a team. Senior Caleb Bresmery uses one word to describe his team and their season.
I would say fight, because even though we've lost 5 games right now, all of them are really close, and we always fight through it because I feel like our senior class, they're all fighters. We've been playing with each other for a really long time, and we know how to fight in a football game. Even though we're not the biggest guys, we still fight and keep it in a close game, so all the games have been really good.
Thanks to our marching band, cheer team, lively student section, and many more for keeping the school spirit alive. We hope to see everyone back in the stands next year. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly were Maddie Spencer, Allie Casey, and Matthew Woods.
That's all for today's show. Make sure to follow the Warrior Weekly on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Insta, and TikTok.
For Lex Bach and all the Student Warrior media, I'm Alyssa Thomas. Have a great short week, Warriors!